working Eileen here, an adolescent puppy, on dogs barking behind fences. She has not seen the dogs, but she knows they're there. So we're doing some walk back and turns. It's let's go turns, but more engaging. Looks like come. Right there, you can tell she saw them. And so my obedience is going to go downhill very quick. See, she's normally great at this. She's not going to want to be next to me. She's going to really struggle. She's going to get nippier with food, just lose all focus. So I have to change tactics. Now, I'm just kind of getting a feel for her. That was a firm move in on purpose, like get out of my way, to try to get her to care more about me than what's going on around her. And I gave her a few tugs of the leash. By tug, for my vocabulary and how I explain things, that's not a pop. You don't really pop a gentle leader unless it was like an emergency or something. It's not useful, and it's just not a good idea on that tool. So I'm giving her softer tugs, okay? Now, she loses it right here. So why am I going up with the leash? And then I guide her around. The reason why is because a few reasons. She was panicking, panicked reactivity, and she's a redirector. Okay, so she redirects on the handler. She hasn't on me, but she has on my husband, and she has on her male owner. So that's something I want to be very wary of. And when I reach her, you can't tell as well in the video, but when I can feel her reaching a certain emotional state, I'm going to go up and out with the leash, much like you would a slip leash, except you don't have to be as firm with this. It doesn't quite have the same effect on a gentle leader, but the action is similar. Now, did you guys notice how great she was when I was just walking back right there with me on the inside? This dog and she reacts to cars too. That's why I had to tug her towards me, because she was hyper-focusing on the car. We're surrounded, but this is life, right? This is life. And now this looks kind of weird on camera, but see right there, I actually kind of pulled her towards me and then moved into her, and they kind of overlapped each other a little bit. Just opposing forces. Sometimes getting a dog's attention and getting them to relax or lessen their whining, things like that, kind of opposing pressures can be really useful. Don't overdo it. Don't use it too much. This is really kind of me playing around with what helps her here, but I just wanted to point that out. And the owners want to get to their park to work her every day, but they have to deal with a little bit of the neighborhood before they can do that long lead work and give her more of an outlet. So I am finding she is so much better when I'm in the middle. Now, this is normal, but for Eileen, it's way more than I'm used to seeing with dogs. But I can use that, and I am using that. Now, right here, she can't see any of the dogs. So it's a good spot. She's kind of settled. It's a good spot to do some desensitizing if you can. If the dog's taking your finger off with food, you're too close. If they keep hyper-focusing and kind of like being stiff and jerky, you're too close. Give some distance. Do some food desensitizing. Or with an older dog or a dog that gets crazy with food, just sit and breathe and hang out. It's really important. Okay, but anyway, you guys notice I'm doing a million inside turns. So I'm catching her early in the arousal cycle. That's my goal. The moment she peaks arousal, looks like she's about to react or pull or do something, inside turn. Very important. Now, this was too hard. But what if I live on this cul-de-sac on the other side of the house? It's my only way of going for a walk, So I did turns like I am at the park, where she is on a loose leash. And I just wanted to try something with her. Remember, I said, don't pop the leash on a gentle leader. Well, I tried a pop of the leash, but I was very careful to not pull the dog. Like, there's no momentum where the dog is going to crane their neck around. It was just a very crisp, quick pop down and a little bit to the side. So I'm going to show that again, but because I don't like to lie, but I want you guys to be really cautious, because you don't want dogs to have momentum on a gentle leader and hit the end of the leash like a pop. That's where, the big no-no is, especially. Okay, look at her lose it here. And you saw how well she coped, and she loses it here being in the middle. Can you blame her? I mean, so tough. So I just switched sides with her. I'm like, this, you know, put any dog through this at her age who isn't ready. And yeah, and look how much better it is. I hate switching sides with dogs on a regular basis. It muddies up your communication. You know, you're pulling the dog around, so you're adding leash pressure. It's generally a no-no, but these owners are going to learn how to do it quickly and cleanly because it is crucial for her success. So I kind of did the same thing here. I did some inside turns, but, you know, she was on the inside. So I gave more space. That's going to be the key to getting her to be able to be on the inside and work our way up to shorter, you know, more and more tolerance, you know, shorter space. But I just let her go to the end of the lead a couple of times until I could spin around and do this to build up a better association, which is me in the middle. Look how great she does. I mean, really great. She's just improved so much in this regard. So, inside turn. Now watch what I do here. This is so important. We head straight and look. A sharp bubble out that makes it so clean and clear. I'm in charge. Follow me. I'm going to give you space. That is my goal with that type of bubble out. And then I'm much closer when I'm in the middle. And we're just going to do that, you know, 3, 4, 5 times, as long as, you know, no neighbors come out, and just really help her get more comfortable. And the dogs actually relax a lot. These dogs right here, they get to where they're barely barking at all. And then we just take a break. I mean, we're not super far away, but just a sit, few pieces of food, look, some redirects with an engagement, let's go, which means facing the dog. Kind of looks like come, but I do say let's go. You can say either. It's really more about the movement and just hanging out. She's still very much a puppy brain, Great Dane mix, even though she's getting into adolescence. And if she has a poke right there, that's a redirect. Be careful doing that. Your dog can redirect on you if they are feeling aggressive. That's very important for you to know. Trainers can usually do that a little more easily than owners. But again, it's just a redirect, trying to keep her focused, and then allowing her to look around again and then focus, and look around again and then focus. Just desensitizing. You don't have to use food to do this, but you'll need more distance. And yeah, so we're just going to do this over and over again for the rest of the week, every day, and build up her tolerance, as well as still give her her long lead outlet at the park. So dog is all the way down there, still looking back at us. And I waited that long, till the dog, because we were a few feet away. We kind of crossed paths right here. I did an inside turn, gave space, turned around, sat. No food until the dog is nice and settled. But I am going to use food. Good. Don't rush it. Don't use food for the dog to avoid. She looked, she whined, she popped up like that. Pressure, back into an SIT. Pause, pause, pause. You can kind of still see him walking down there. Like, just take your time, guys. I've probably been here for 30 seconds. Stop rushing with your puppies. And especially between that 6 months and 1.5 years, man, you gotta stop rushing. I'm not saying you can't sometimes do some quick releases, but there should be 60% taking your time, not rushing out of the stationary commands.